Mr. Toastmaster, fellow Toastmasters, most welcome guests, and especially Robert. This was your number 3 speech, and in the first 2 speeches we come at you with kid gloves, and with the number 3 speech they come off. So, the purpose of a number 3 speech is to get to the point. And to me, this is one of the most important projects in the manual, because if you ever leave a presentation or a speech and you're scratching your head saying, what was that about? It means that they haven't made a clear point. Now, there are 4 general points, purposes, that a speech can have. They can be to entertain, as we saw with the first one, to inform, to inspire, or to persuade. And the purpose, I believe, the speech was to inform. You were informing us about the way that you view personal freedom, and that was the specific point. That is to inform us about some aspects of inward freedom that you had. And in the introduction, I liked how you told us how you were going to talk about it. And you brought us in at a couple times by asking us some questions and asked us to think about, for example, think about somebody you can't stand. Now, most people have someone they can't stand, especially when it comes to celebrities, and you picked a pretty good one for being obnoxious, and that was excellent. And I liked how you brought in things from an Aesop fable to a famed philosopher, and thankfully you didn't put up anything that he wrote, because I'm sure it would have been like the last speech where we couldn't understand a thing that he said. And so they were all things that kind of grabbed us. I like the first one, even though I think Carl might object to one of the words on the first slide, but I'm cool with it. So overall, I got a better sense of what you were trying to convey. You asked me to look at your body language, because I think in the past you'd heard about clinging to the lectern, and I thought you did an excellent job with that. That is, you stayed away from this, you mostly stayed to the side so we could see the slides. Now, some suggestions. I'm still a little unclear as to what you meant by inward freedom. And I didn't get it. I would have liked to have seen a clear definition of that, and then as you went through the speech to convey how the different points melded with that. And what would have helped is in the introduction to give the 3 overarching points, in addition to just telling us in a general way what you're going to say. The conclusion, again, to recap the main points. You'll tell them what you're going to tell them, and then tell us what you told them for a speech like this. That's an excellent way to organize it. I do want to make one comment about your style. You have a very pleasing voice. It has a wonderful tone. What I would suggest is using a few more pauses. There were very few pauses in between for us to digest, particularly after you ask a question. Think of someone. Give us time to think about it, because if you continue, then we're not thinking about it. But overall, it was a very interesting speech. It did have a point, and I very much look forward to hearing more speeches from you, Mr. Toastmaster.